Hey, welcome to 23 Degrees Sideways. This is another van video. I get better sound quality, I think, in the van. We are at the boat. I don't have boat pictures or anything I'm going to put in yet. I'll do some video with the boat soon. I hate editing videos. Not hate, but I have a resistance to editing videos. So I pretty much just like to get a good shot, do single take, do my thing, and it's the way it goes. We are working on the boat. One of the problems that you run into sometimes is that some places, some yards will not let you stay on the boat or stay near your boat while you're working on the boat. This one's kind of funny because they keep explaining it as this is a do-it-yourself yard. You shouldn't stay around your boat while you're working on it. And it's like, well, it's not a full-service yard. It's a do-it-yourself yard, which is where people who live on their boats would do it themselves. Right? Now, it's just a thing. It means that we're camping for the moment, which has expenses, costs that are manageable, sort of. And we're going to have to, we're going to look at other marinas and stuff and see if we can get the boat in the water really fast. It's actually there's nothing wrong with putting the boat in the water next week. We may not be able to motor the boat right away. I haven't gotten into the engine yet. We're still getting leaves out of the scuppers and scrubbing the deck and checking the hoses and replacing the, replacing the bilge pumps, everything. So apparently the old Henderson whale pump failed during the last couple of months of storms while dock people were pumping, and the electric one has failed, and so there's no bilge pumps. We did pump it out yesterday. We're going to just get some hand pumps as backups, and I'm going to rebuild the whale, the Henderson. It's a Mark V. It's a pump. It's a pump. Probably rebuild it. You could replace it, but it's got this really nice mount, so I'm probably just going to rebuild it. It's just one piece of rubber on the inside that is probably bad, so I might even just cut a piece of rubber and do it. I haven't taken it apart yet. We'll see. The engine itself has not started. I don't know if there's water in the cylinders. I don't know if the exhaust is bad. I don't know if the intake, the raw water intake is clogged. I know nothing. And that's okay. I'm not actually that worried about it. It is a gasoline engine. Most people in the boat world don't like gasoline engines because gasoline is an explosive and diesel is not. However, it's an old atomic. They're bulletproof, low compression tractor engines. There's nothing there. It is literally carburetor, spark plugs, 4-stroke, four cycle. There's nothing to it. There's just nothing complicated. There's no emissions controls. There's nothing. It is even more simple to actually work on than a Ford 8N tractor engine from the 1930s. It's post 1930s design, but it's actually easier to work on, except I don't really have my head wrapped around the raw water exhaust system completely. Like I know the theory, I know how it works, but I haven't looking at it. I need to take it apart and do it. So I haven't actually started the engine yet. I haven't cranked it. I haven't hooked up a battery to it. We'll see. We'll do all that. We'll get there. And then that's I don't know. That's the big question. I could put the boat in the water next week. Seacocks look good. I need to check everything, make sure I have the emergency plugs, and then we could. I would like to do some more painting, some more touch up, just some more stuff before I do, but there's nothing actually preventing it. So if we found a marina where we can stay on the boat while we're doing the refit in the water, then we're fine. That's what we're looking for right now. And we are so again, we're at the very southern end of Chesapeake Bay, and we just don't know. We have the steady monthly income to pay slip fees, but we have to deal with all the people parts. There are people parts around this, Nothing in our refit is chemically weird. Like, we don't have to grind a whole bunch of fiberglass. We don't have to do a whole bunch of oil and grease work. Like, there's nothing bad about doing it in the water. No spray, like paint sprayers or anything. There's nothing. If any painting we have to do is hand, any varnishing we have to do is hand. There's nothing there. People sometimes get a little weird about what they call live aboard, which is what we're going to do, but as cruisers, and that's called cruising aboard, and that's a different thing. Boats that move are socially 10, 20, 50 times more acceptable than boats that don't move, especially when it comes to things like sailboats that don't move. And that depends on where you are. Like, if you were Barry and Haley, the sailing couple, if you were over there with them on Gabriola Island in British Columbia, no problem. It's island communities, it's island stuff. It's just not a big deal. So it depends on where you are and what you're doing. And we have to deal with that part and get the sense that we are actually doing cruise aboard life through to people, like that we're doing a refit. If we could stay on the boat while it's on the hard, if they wanted us to camp out and just be nighttime security, if there's something we could do, it would be fine. But so far with Coan River Marina, all we have talked to is the kids. They're not kids. The 20-year-olds, grandsons of the people who bought it, who are kind of semi-running it, and they're not in the culture very much, if that makes any sense. So we haven't done that yet. So we'll see. We've got a lot of little marinas to look at and a lot of little campgrounds to offer to work camp at, and we'll figure it all out. But that's kind of what's going on with that. The boat projects, it's the joy. There is so much joy. There is so much joy. Like, people talk about the frustration and things go wrong and whatever, but it's just joy. You're one step at a time. Each bolt that you pull off is a joy. Each thing you fix, each square foot of deck that you scrub is a joy, a difference, and it's just fantastic. And that doesn't matter what you're doing. For me right now, it's a boat and a van. I do the work on the van too. For other people, it's other things, building cabins, whatever. But there's that joy in just having the body that you ride around in do the stuff in the universe. And there's an aesthetic joy, and there's a creation of beauty, and it's all wonderful. We just need to know where to sleep. Stay sideways.